Envoy to open up this one. Uplink, a game type that you can see teams not get as many kills as the stronger squad, but still outperforming the objective game. I think you're looking for Spacely to kind of be that drone runner for JusTus if they want to get the win.
Yeah, and then you could maybe look at this new Denial squad and say, okay, well, who's going to be that consistent objective-based player? You've lost Replays, who was a player who could consistently pick up that drone and dunk and dunk and dunk. He made just historic kind of bamboozling runs and jukes. Who's going to do it now?
Classic's a baller, man.
Exactly. That's what I was kind of leading up to. Classic, he can definitely do it. And what's interesting is the way that Denial's been playing a little bit more recently is everyone is doing it. Everyone is just kind of slaying as a team, pushing forward, and they're just kind of playing that old school kind of strat. I say old school, not really old school, but a couple of months ago you saw teams kind of develop a little bit to, it looks like players are not actually ready, but kind of develop to push past the drone, slay out, and then go from there. Last man pick up ball, push forward, try and get some points.
I really like the decision here by JusTus. Let's throw Denial off a little bit. Let's go take a look at their classes. So we know what's going on. Get this started.
I'm sure that was the game plan.
Yeah, no. Little false start there. Players on the wrong side. They'll get this one going once again.
Yeah, Temps on a streak, man.
Denial, though, coming into this game, really without any faults. He got nervous for a little bit that second to the last hill on Compound, but really in that search and destroy, they really showed what they're made of. They've been playing perfect throughout this weekend. Do you think they go undefeated in their pool, Ben?
Yeah, most likely. They really do look like a top 3 team. You could argue maybe top 2. Optic have kind of struggled a little bit in that pool, let's be honest. They haven't made it as easy as it should have been. FaZe, they've kind of cruised through a little bit, but Denial, they look dominant. They really do. And I feel like a lot of people may underestimate them a little bit. I feel when you look at all the recent trades which have kind of come through, Denial is definitely a team that kind of won out when they traded out, which is surprising because I honestly thought kind of removing Replays from the team was a big mistake. But obviously the players know better.
Players just getting warmed up before we continue this
Classic's
game.
just chilling, man. Like he's like, yo, I'm getting ready to ball. I'm gonna be throwing some 1-point fadeaways. Gonna dunk in for 2.
Just telling Twitter, look out for my shot. It's gonna go for some Hail Mary shots. Now,
will he connect with it?
When we look at Detroit, of course, everyone's gonna want to go through the school, run the train through.
Yep.
You know, clear out those spawns. If you're JusTus, is there anything you can pull out now at the end of the year that might catch Denial off guard?
Absolutely. I kind of brought this up yesterday. A lot of players kind of said, hey, you know these mutual agreements that we've been doing? Nah, I'm not doing that last event of the year. Second biggest prize pool. You kind of want to win.
What would you even try and
Exo
use
Shield.
at this point?
Exo Shield. We saw it work a lot, especially on Detroit. Uplink. Why not give it a go? At this point, what have you got to lose? Let's be honest. You're going up against Denial, the #1 team in the pool. You're 2-0 down. You need to win a respawn against a team which is very, very talented. You're not. Let's be honest. If they play 10 times in a row, JusTus may win 1 or maybe 2 games, right? If you can use something which you've been, I'm not saying just do it out of randomness, but if that's something that they have actually kind of worked on as a strategy, and maybe they think, oh, you know, if we get to winners bracket semifinal, we'll use it. I would say now's a pretty good time to use that. A, you can kind of get it tested against a very talented team to see if it actually will work.
Right.
And B, if you do win, then all of a sudden the series gets a little bit more interesting.
$100,000 goes to the winner
money,
this
man.
weekend. So
That's a huge amount of money. That's the second biggest prize pool all year long, only second to COD Champs as well. So I would be using every hidden trick I have, any hidden spot that I found that people may not know, because I know a couple of players were kind of talking about it. Playster, I interviewed him yesterday. He was saying, yeah, we've been working on a lot of strategies in Search and Destroy. They're playing it more Counter-Strike-like in the way that they're trying to cover and get crossfire, really thinking a little bit more strategic about their play, which...
Smoke grenades.
Smoke grenades. But for other teams as well, it kind of makes you think, well, in Respawn, there has to be something which no one has thought of. There has to be. People learn stuff about the game all year long, and even when a game is over, there's still stuff. I mean,
off the start for JusTus. Look out for it.
I was honestly surprised we haven't seen the IMR shotgun combo. Just going to throw that out there.
Coming a little bit
I
later.
know someone in Open Bracket used it. I heard a lot of rage when the IMR was being used.
I like that plan. All right, guys, game loading up once again. It is game number 3, your series 2-0 in favor of Denial. They could close it out right here. JusTus needs a strong start. They're going to be playing from the preferred side. Can they open up and score right away? We often see a fast break and look for a trick play. Sometimes you just see a quick pass converted into a dunk or a 1-point toss. We're going to open things up with Spacely. He's going to be using that overclock, double stun, ready to launch. They're going to just wait for the grenades to come in through garage. They expected them to be there, but Slasher is going to get first blood, takes out Assault Classic, gets the second. He basically answers back on Hook. Can he find a second? He will. Drone already moving up, though, at Slasher, and he will be cut down. Temp just trying to get an eye on it, and this is your first opportunity if you're JusTus.
Yeah, they can try and get control of School. Of course, School going to be the most important part, and it wouldn't surprise me to see that drone maybe just kind of thrown out, but it seems as if Assault wants to try and go for a play, try to make it happen mid. Spacely picks it up, goes to the 1 point, and he does connect. So JusTus with a great start. It was a little scrappy for both teams there, but JusTus managed to make it work, and some nice shots coming down from Kenny with that bow mid-map. Thinking about potentially actually pushing up here, get a little bit control of mid-street, but unfortunately, he will fall.
Back over to Envoy, grabbing the drone for a second time. He was the one who pushed it up on their first push. They got to get past 3 players near School, though. First one's going to be dropped by Spacely. Classic now out of the action. Down goes Hook. Spacely doing a great job clearing the way. Envoy right behind him. Only 1 defender back in the spawn.
Oh, such smart play.
And here's the dunk. 3-0 start after just a minute 15. This is exactly what they needed, and Spacely is leading the charge, the captain, 9-3.
And I want to point out, Envoy was so intelligent with the way he kind of went through School. He waited for Spacely to push through. Then when a lot of players would have got a little bit overzealous, he was even more patient, waited for a teammate to just push out even further and pick up that final kill. You saw now that just trying to make something happen, but they just can't. JusTus on defense, so strong. As kills continuously coming in for the bows on JusTus. Finally, a little bit of a halter in that momentum. Envoy on your screen, looking to see if he can just keep control of School, but Denal so intelligent. Recognize they have 0 control of School, so just wrap this over towards Hotel. Just run the opposite side of the map as quickly as you possibly can.
And Classic with the 2P is going to lead this charge. Melee just landed on Aqua, and that is a massive kill from Spacely. Unfortunately, Temp there to scoop it up, and he is going to go for the 1-point toss. Probably a good thing, because all of his protection just fell. You look at the mini-map, though, and this is JusTus set up. That kill is going to stop him short of scoring. Spacely, though, still in position to control this School. He is playing lights out with the ASM-1, picks up 1, can't finish the second, and there's the reset. JusTus just trying to slow the game down now.
Yep, the stun grenades are going to come flying out from Denal as they try and get control over that satellite drone respawn area. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Score currently 3-1. Hook causing some problems over towards Yellow. Will drop instantly, though. Slasher, he can't get control. Now down to Classic. Basically, he just needs to try and hold out, but he just gets absolutely nuked there. Dropped so quickly.
Kenny just wrecked 3 people.
Kenny's a man on a mission, man. We kind of highlighted him at the very beginning as nice 1-point play comes in from JusTus so fast. Beautiful play coming out from him, Kenny.
Kenny on a 4 streak, looking for number 5. Also had, of course, the 1-point toss in the middle of that. It's basically not going to be able to keep pushing this one forward, but I am very impressed with JusTus so far, not allowing Denial to control this School. They are constantly being forced to flood out. Hook's been on a flank quite a bit. I feel like they're playing a little bit more like Parliament. And here's Hook with a 1-point toss opportunity. He's going to be able to make this a 1-possession game.
And that's the problem that you have when Hook's on that flank. If he picks up 1 or 2 kills in that case, all you have to do at that point is throw the drone somewhere in JusTus base, and you know he's going to be able to slay his way to that ball, and he will be able to put some points on the board. So really nice play coming in from Hook, and 2 points on the unpreferred side. You know, Denal will be kind of happy with that. It's just a 1-possession game. They just now need to stop this push coming in from Assault with the drone as he heads over towards mid-map. Put himself in a bit of a vulnerable position, so he's going to have to try and back away here, wait for his teammates to push further forward. He will want to reset his armor, though. Surprised he hasn't actually done that already. In fact, with just 2 people alive, he may even think about potentially resetting this drone, but still hasn't reset his armor. Goes for the melee. Actually picks up Classic Assault. Go for a huge play. Can he throw it? How's he not dead yet? No idea. The drone bouncing around in Denal's base.
Yeah, probably should have gone for a 1-pointer. Tried to get the dunk. A little greed coming in from JusTus. Hook trying to answer back on the counterplay. And he's got 2 blockers back.
He does, and Hook been pretty consistent with his 1-point throws. Thrown 1, scored 1. And been extremely aggressive for the majority of this game. Now finds himself completely trapped, though. JusTus pinned him in. 29 seconds left. Can JusTus try and increase this score? 1 possession for me, won't cut it going into the unpreferred side. Denal will just apply so much pressure into School, continuously start to push you. Looking at Spacely, he's going to drop 15 seconds. Drone in the hands of Classic, now in the hands of Hook. As a big trade goes on, and honestly, Denal could maybe just go for a 1-point throw, and I think that's what Hook's going to try and do. Can he connect from downtown? It's going to bounce, and it goes just wide left. 3 seconds left. Can he pick it up? No! Big stop comes in from Envoy right at the last second.
Yeah, nice play there. Envoy just goes straight for it, clears the ball. One possession, a single dunk ties the game for Denial, but JusTus, really strong opening. They did all of their work really in the first minute 15, slowed down after that, but showing a lot of potential. When you give them a fast break, they're definitely going to be able to convert. Spacely did an incredible job to open up for his squad.
I really want to see Kenny do something similar to what we saw Hook do. On the unpreferred side, let him flank through. Let him go through kind of hospital side, push through yellow, cause Denial some problems from the back line. That's something that Denial won't really be expecting to have to deal with. And then that opens up that whole Denial spawn. You can just throw that ball straight to Kenny. Kenny potentially could pick up a couple of points. He's such a talented player. That's something that they definitely need to consider, or a strategy like that, that's for sure.
Slasher going to be stopped with the drone. Classic and Temp picking up where they left off. A 4 streak for Temp, a 3 streak for Classic. Both players eliminated now, though. Hook is behind enemy lines. He's just going to go for the drone and the score here. I love this decision. Saw 2 players instead. Going to convert, and we're all tied up. That one only took 38 seconds.
Yep, and that was the worry for me going into this second side for JusTus. Within, basically 30 seconds, the game's already tied up. Drone is in the hands of JusTus, though, and I believe that's going to be Envoy trying to escape. Not going to be able to do so. Drone picked up by Denial, but it's going to be Temp left with a ball in his hands, trying to defend that drone. Does a fantastic job. Picks up Assault with that ball, and now Slasher thinking about pushing mid-street.
And you look at the mini-map. What great rotation. Hook has been leading the flanks the entire time here on side 2. Able to pick up 1. Now Temp comes flying through, grabbing 2 more. The dunk goes through from Classic. Denial with the lead for the first time in this game. And Temp setting up to stop the opposition. They went for a fast break. Envoy going to be stopped short. Classic didn't get the clear, it doesn't look like. That ball is going to fall mid-street. Can Kenny and crew make something happen? Spacely left alive underneath the window, and Slasher just gave him the business. A nice hold from Denial. They're back on the attack now with Classic carrying this drone.
Yeah, that's a gunfight Slasher should not be winning. Battle versus ASM1 at close range like that, Slasher just dashes backwards and kind of embarrasses Spacely a little bit there. As Classic now, with the ball in hand, needs to try and go for a play here. Teammate in support, and that's going to be another 2 points. Extending the lead now to 4 with 3 minutes left. It's looking very good for Denial to clean sweep this series.
It was Hook clearing the way again. He is doing such a great job. I've been watching the man on the minimap. Right now we have him highlighted. That drone trying to push up. Let's take a look at Hook though. With drone down, I want to see how does he decide to play this. He knows there's 4 defenders up. A little bit sloppy shots, but his teammate Classic able to hit the 1-pointer before being taken down. Hook with 3, Classic with 3, Slasher with 2, and Temp leading the charge 24-15 with a toss of his own. Everyone getting involved now for Denial.
Yep, and that's kind of what we were talking about. The loss of replays. Who's going to do the objective work? Well, guess what? Surprise, everyone is going to do the objective work. This Denial squad looking so good right now, really in form. And the problem JusTus is going to have for the next 2 minutes is Denial have 2 choices. They can keep chipping away, or keep adding, to that lead. Just 1-point throws, mid-street. They've been very efficient at them so far. Or they could even just go for those 15-second resets now and just kind of demoralize JusTus a little bit. A couple of plays do fall for Denial, though. JusTus game isn't over. The problem is, though, on preferred side, as we kind of keep mentioning, it's going to be very, very tough as, yep, Slasher, he's going to throw that one out for 15.
Nice reset.
Now you have to try and outslay Denial, which is scary when you consider Temp, Hoop, Classic, and Slasher are all playing very well this game. But JusTus, this just became a close to impossible task.
Hoop too smart for Spacely. Spacely trying to get sneaky, coming behind everybody. I think they got to do exactly what they just did. You need a big play. This time it's Assault picking up the 2-piece. Kenny also in the mix. They got to brute force their way into the Denial base. An excellent score here. 2 more points on the board for JusTus. They're down 3, a minute 20, plenty of time to make this comeback. But they got to convert right here once again.
And someone from Denial just got a godlike spawn. Spacely's trying to hunt him down. That was Hookie. He actually spawned kind of behind enemy lines in that sense. Nice play from Spacely. Picks up 2. They're down 3 points. 60 seconds left. Unfortunately, though, Spacely kind of running out of support. Tries to get his way into yellow. Needs to get the beat down, but Classic expected it. Read it like a book. Classic picks up that drone. and pieces out. Probably going to go for a 1 point, maybe even a 2 point, because he does actually have support. But no, Classic plays it smart, just goes for the 1, extends the lead now to 4. JusTus, I mean, they have control of the satellite drone.
Yeah, but can they get 2 dunks in 40 seconds? Felony says I can get 1.
Yeah, we've seen crazy comebacks. This is down to a 2-point game, 34 seconds left. And it's going to be, I believe that's Assault, who was trying to get control. If he wins that gunfight, could have potentially changed it. All Denial need to do is go for a reset, and they've won this game.
And here's Slasher. He's going to toss it out.
That's game.
6 seconds left. Not enough time unless you get an amazing pass downtown. And that probably will not come in. You're going to see 4 seconds remaining before the reset. Denial not letting anyone near the Atlas building. We'll keep an eye on temp. And here comes the clear. Classic's going to throw it on the roof. Game over, 3-0. Denial sweeps JusTus to open up the day.
Yeah, Denial looks so good once again, but props to JusTus. Those games were, pretty close. The respawns especially, which is the big surprise. The hard point, honestly, they could have won. It goes all the way down to that final hard point. They actually went into the lead at second to last. S&D, not so much. Big surprise to me there. Denial really just kind of clamped down. But, even that uplink, 10-8, couple of kills go the other way. They win that game.
Shout out to the JusTus guys, the youngsters here on the main stage. Pretty strong showing. Kenny just giving you a little sample of what he's made of. Goes positive again in the respawn. Assault, a 1.13, best on the squad. And Spacely had some really big plays throughout the day. However, it was a little too soft of an S&D game from them.
Yep.
I think we need to see them improve on that throughout the weekend. But you take a look at the rest of this group. How far can JusTus go in pool seedmen? Do they have a chance of making it into the winner's bracket?
They definitely have a chance. I think they have a good chance, considering how strong Denial has looked so far. I think that was a great performance from JusTus.
All right, this series is finished, but I'd love to get the thoughts from our analysts. Fellas, what'd you think of this quick best of 5?
All right.